Alright, I'm going to make the second floor now. And I have a whole bunch of boards with cement on one side. And I was just thinking about whether or not I could use them. The other side, totally clean. So I would obviously use this as the top side, and this is the bottom side. Now, aesthetically, I think it's no problem, because the first floor is all concrete anyway, so this would just go with the general theme. The question is it going to be all right going through the saw? And I think it will be all right, because the blade's going to come in this way, right? So it's going to hit clean wood first, and then it's going to come up, and as it comes up, the wood kind of frays a little bit, because when the blade is cutting through the thicker part of the wood, where it's still got a bunch left, it has a bunch of material around it, so when it cuts, it can make a clean cut. But when it gets to the top surface, there's nothing preventing the top from just like fraying out, and that's why the edge of the wood, ends up with all these fray bits, because that didn't even get cut. It was just the blade was coming up, and when there wasn't enough material to like really hold itself together, it just, So that means the blades, as they're coming through, they're going to pop open an area bigger than where just the blade touched. So that's going to pop off a bit of cement, if there is any there, in an area bigger than just where the blade is. So that the next blade will come through, and it's going to be in a spot where there's no cement, and it's going to do the same thing. It's just going to keep fraying it, the top surface out and kicking out any of the cement on the surface before the blade hits it. That will leave tiny specks of cement dust blowing up through here. It's such a small amount, though, I don't think it'll be a problem. And the particles will be small enough. I don't think they'll do anything to the blade. As long as I, chip off all of that. This stuff comes off really easily. As long as you get under it. It's just, it leaves a tiny bit of residue on the surface. So I'm deeming it worth risking that blade to find out. Because I'm going to want to cut these boards eventually anyway. And I'm just going to keep coming back to the same question. Can I do it? Is it going to be all right? So I'm just going to find out right now. All right, tape measure. Oh, that reminds me. I've been talking with DeWalt's customer service about the drill that broke from nothing. And I'm getting nowhere. Kind of like standardized responses, like I'm talking to a computer. Not giving up yet, though. I'm going to see if I can talk to a supervisor. It's starting to become a pain in the butt, though. Got both sides of that board done, no problem. I'll see how it goes over the next like 30 or 40. My next question is, on the second floor, how do I want to connect the boards to each other? Up here, I just cut them straight on the sides and butted them up against each other. So there's nothing really holding them together, except there's a little bit of glue. But anywhere there's a space, one board can flex a little bit compared to the next one. The problem with that is when the boards are not all locked together, it makes it easier to flex one. The good thing about the wood I'm using is partly it's pretty strong, but it's also 12 inches across, so like 30 centimeters wide. So they're big boards, so they're not going to flex that much, even just on their own. And they're actually spanning pretty long distances in some places. And if they do flex too much, I can easily put a few more joists in. Like put one right here. On the third floor, I don't think it'll be an issue because it's just going to be a bedroom. It won't have much traffic in it. The second floor is going to have a lot of traffic in it, I'm pretty sure. That's going to be like where everyone hangs out most of the time. So do I want to like tongue and groove the boards together. Except I wouldn't really do tongue and groove because that's more of a pain than I want to get into. Then maybe like half tongue and groove, like I did with those test boards downstairs. The problem there is that's going to take a lot more time and energy. And is it worth it? Oh, the other nice thing about having the boards interlock in some way is that it blocks things from falling through any cracks. These were my test boards again. They are very nice and time consuming. Another consideration is this uses a significant amount of electricity to do, because it uses a router that uses about the same electricity as that saw, but the router goes slower. Right now, I got a storm blowing in. I'm not getting in much electricity right now, because I'm all on solar panels. I shouldn't say solar panels. I'm on one solar panel that's on the bulldozer for my work here. Isn't it crazy? Everything I've been doing in here, using all the power tools and stuff, it's all powered just by one solar panel. This has 4 like golf cart batteries in the back of it. The solar panel is like 275 watts. And it's been running all this stuff. Thinking about this how to do the floor thing reminds me of when I used to do renovations in houses. Like normal houses with drywall and everything's 90 degrees and shiny and perfect. And often people would get so concerned with details, and I'd say, yeah, I can do that. But I would just be thinking, this detail you're so concerned about is like tripling the cost of the renovation. And it is not going to triple your happiness. So it's just a total waste of time, this pointless detail. And I think this is one of those situations where I could spend an extra 2 weeks making there be no cracks in the floor at all. But it's not going to be worth it. It's like no one's going to care that much. And I could instead spend that time hanging out with my family or building submarines and stuff. And when you put it that way, yeah, I'd much rather do that stuff. So yeah, I'm just going to make the second floor the same as the third floor. Yeah. What are you even thinking about this garbage for? Just shut up and go. Let's go. Wow, 3 rows down and it's already looking like a new place in here. How do I want to go that way? Which means I have to move all that stuff. Or do I want to go that way? Which means I have to move all that stuff. It's the next day now, and last night it poured. Like that tropical rain where it's like someone's just firing fire hoses into the world. Where you step outside for like 2.5 seconds, and you're soaked right through. Like it really rained last night. And I came in here to inspect, and there's still a mess. There is no moisture anywhere. Very exciting. And the first floor, all the concrete is dry. Everything is dry in here. Oh, so nice. I think I got all the leaks and cracks and everything. And these temporary window things seem to be doing very well. And they were, left open at the top here. And yeah, everything is super good. I'm very excited about that. Deshana had to go out for most of the day today, so I was just hanging out with the girls and playing and stuff. And she just got back, and I think there's enough daylight left to get a few more floorboards on, so I'm going to do that right now. I got all those moved over. They were here, over there. I'm going to finish this side. And then worry about that disaster over there. Ooh, nice. That's almost half the floor done. Ooh, it is like half the floor, because I'm right up to there. Excellent. I should be able to do the rest tomorrow, as long as it doesn't take forever to move this stuff.